When driving a Hustler tractor, smooth, coordinated movements of the steering control levers are the keys to safe operation. Avoid sudden stops or reversals, especially when maneuvering on a slope. To go forward, push the steering control levers forward an equal distance. To go in reverse, pull the steering control levers rearward an equal distance. To turn left, move the right control lever farther forward from neutral than the left. To turn right, move the left control lever farther forward from neutral than the right. To perform a zero turn, move both control levers to neutral. Then move one control lever forward and the other control lever an equal amount into reverse. This will allow the drive wheels to counter-rotate. Some operators prefer a three-point turn. To do this, make a quarter turn in either direction, back up slightly to realign the machine, and then go forward to finish the turn. To stop or reduce speed, move the steering control levers to neutral. When going forward, pull back gently. When going in reverse, push the steering control levers forward gently. Avoid sudden movements while backing up. This action may cause the front of the mower to come off of the ground. Sudden stops while backing down slopes can also cause loss of control and potential physical injury. Never pull back suddenly when the machine is in forward motion, or push forward suddenly on the steering control levers while moving in reverse. Doing the latter might cause the machine to tip backwards. Rapid movement of the steering control levers in either direction could result in a reaction of the tractor that could cause serious injury. Of course, controlling your speed is also important. When the throttle is all the way open, the drive wheels and deck have maximum power available, but it's advisable to control your ground speed by using the steering control levers rather than the engine RPM. When mowing, you should operate the mower at full throttle and control the ground speed with the steering control levers. Under no circumstances should you approach sharp depressions or raised obstacles at a high speed. Hustler tractors aren't designed to jump over gutters or curbs, for example. Attempting to do so could cause the operator to be thrown from the equipment. Instead, you should approach obstacles at a slow speed and angle one drive wheel at the obstruction until it clears, and then pivot the opposite wheel around. Let's assume you'll be transporting your mower to a remote location for use, one that requires you to use a trailer. It's important to configure your mower for transport and secure it properly before moving it. Load it onto the trailer using a single, full-width, not split, ramp. While moving up or down the ramp, do so cautiously, avoiding sudden acceleration. Do not exceed a 15-degree angle between the ramp and the trailer or truck bed. When positioning the tractor on a trailer, make certain that the deck is lowered into its lowest position and that the machine is level. Tie it down by securing it with DOT-approved straps attached to tie-down rings or cleats on the trailer to ensure that it can't roll or move enough to loosen its restraints. Also, make certain that the fuel valve has been placed in the off position and the machine's park brakes are set as well. If you're moving a tractor with an inoperative engine, the bypass valves on the hydraulic pumps or transmissions will need to be opened. Opening and closing the bypass valves will vary from one machine to another. Refer to the owner's manual for additional detailed information. Once you've reached your destination and have carefully released and unloaded the mower, take a little time to inspect and prepare it, and the area to be mowed, prior to beginning. Inspect the area to be mowed for hazards such as rocks, metal objects, or debris which may be thrown or become tangled in the mower blades. Remove these hazards and make note of any holes or deep depressions which might also pose problems. Always maintain a safe distance from people and pets when mowing. Stop the machine if someone enters the area, and make sure you look down and behind you before and while you're backing up. Based on the location and desired height of the grass, you'll want to raise or lower your tractor's cutting deck. This is accomplished by depressing the deck lift pedal. Pushing it raises the deck and allows you to insert the deck height adjusting pin into the desired cutting height hole. You can also depress the pedal while moving to raise the deck over obstructions. Deck heights are adjustable to varying degrees depending on the model of your Hustler tractor. On all of the models, the holes are spaced 1/2 inch apart, but the cutting height can be adjusted in 1/4 inch increments by turning the height adjusting pin around. For example, with the height adjusting stop in the 1.5 inch hole and the 1/4 inch plate facing the front of the machine, the cutting height is set at 1 1/2 inch. With the height adjusting stop in the same hole and the 1/4 inch plate reversed to the operator's side of the hole, the cutting height is 1 3/4 inch. When driving the tractor with the blades off, raise the deck and lock in the transport position notch on the height adjusting bar. Place the height adjusting pin in the hole closest to the transport notch. Never operate the mower deck with side deflector removed or in raised position, except when the complete grass catcher attachment is being used. Stop the engine, remove the ignition key, and be sure the blades have stopped before removing the grass catcher or unclogging the discharge chute. Never clear the discharge chute with the engine running. Use a stick to clear a plugged discharge area.